What is up, YouTube? All right, so this video is going to be a bit different. First of all, before I get started, I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to our YouTube channel over the past year or so. We've just hit the 10,000 mark, which is amazing. Thank you all for subscribing. We also hitting more and more, maybe 100 per week now. So really appreciate you guys, and spread that link around. Let's get more people subscribed. And also, if you're not familiar with DnBRadio, I know a lot of you are just learning about us, but we've been around for 17 years or so, and we've been doing Shoutcast, which is an audio-only stream since 2003, and we've relied completely on listener contributions and donations and all that, and people getting involved, helping run relays and servers, and all the DJs that got involved since the beginning. And now we face tons of competition these days. We have Spotify and all these other competitors out there doing streaming, but we've been able to survive it. And so I greatly appreciate everyone putting in and allowing me to spend more time on it, and allowing us to pay these bandwidth costs and all of that kind of stuff. So massive big ups to all you guys. So what this video is about is actually I'm doing new development because of the lock-in phase that we're going through right now. I've had a little bit of extra time, and I've been doing some stuff that I've been meaning to do for quite a while. And that includes revamping some of the website stuff. And the first part of it is going to be the new web player that I just finished working on. Well, it's not complete yet, but that I just started working on last week. And I spent a few hours on this, and it's a work in progress, but I think it's pretty solid already. So if you go to DnBRadio.com/player on your browser, and you can do this on a mobile browser as well. This is made for mobile first design, so it's responsive and it'll appear properly on any screen size. If you have any problems with how it displays, let me know in the comments so that we can try to work out these kinks. But yeah, this is going to be the new phase of DnBRadio, and really what the goal is here is to bring forward and showcase the most popular parts of the platform and of the website, the most visited sections of the site, and make those more accessible and also more cross-platform friendly. And some of that stuff so far is going to include the podcast section, the schedule, the merch options in the chat, and this, and then also the donate options, because some people were asking about anonymous donate options, and I'll go into that here in a little bit. Also, one of the things that was popular on the original web player that we created was the visualization aspect of it, and I've built some stuff in there as well, and this is JavaScript oriented. It's not based on any kind of GIFs or anything like the previous one, so it's much cleaner and much more seamless in the way it's integrated. And I've got two different visualizations available, and here's the other one. Let me just size down the screen a little bit because it looks better that way. And this one is kind of a planked-in version of JS visualization that I found. I can't remember where I found this code actually. But anyway, I find little snippets like that and incorporate it into this player. And since this player is built from the ground up, I kind of used some inspiration from some other mobile designs. And I built this from scratch using Vue.js and also it's also Vuetify. It's kind of a material design library. And you have all the options that you would find that you would actually need at your disposal here. And let me just click the play button here. I'm going to have to turn it down as soon as the music plays. Let me just turn that bit down a little bit. So as soon as you click play, it'll tell you if we're in playlist rotation or if it's a live DJ. If it's the playlist rotation, that means we have kind of a jukebox style thing in the background that goes through a collection of tracks that we have available, and it just plays them back to back, right? And it crossfades between them, and it puts radio IDs in there. Like you'll hear, like you're listening to DnBRadio.com, and you'll hear some pretty famous DJs that we were able to get voice drops from. But either way, when there's a live show happening, this will switch over and it'll say live show, and it'll put the DJ's name and then their show title right here. And it does all this stuff automatically as things play. Additionally, you can switch over to a different channel. So we've been running also a dark a dark step channel, which is like the dark and heavy side of drum and bass. And we've been kind of experimenting with that to just run a separate channel to see how it does. And it's been doing pretty decently, especially since we haven't been promoting it. Sometimes we'll get 20 or 30 listeners tuned in all at once. But the main, most popular channel has always been the general channel, which showcases all the styles. But anyway, this gives you the opportunity to switch over to a different channel really easily. Just click this next button and it'll page through the channels, and then you just click play and it'll play and give you the track ID of the current playing track on that channel. Another idea I have right now is to incorporate additional channels into this. So for example, we could have Jungle Train or Bass Drive or some other drum and bass channels on there. If you guys have any suggestions on what you would like to see, just let me know and we'll look into that. Let me just refresh the page so that the audio stops playing. So some of the other features are going to be the podcast integration, which is amazing since previously it would kick you over to the main website and it's not very mobile friendly at all. And this version, it's a work in progress, but right now we show the last 20 episodes, last 20 archives of the live shows, and if you tap on one of them, it brings up the player and everything just like before. You can go forward or back 30 seconds. We'll keep developing on this and making it more user friendly so that you can actually have a slider, and things like that. But right now, this is just the rudimentary version of it, and we're just trying to get some feedback from you guys before we continue developing on it. If you hit next, it should go to the next podcast episode. And so we'll just continue. Also, big shout outs to Drastic. Go check out his show. He's put a lot of development help into rewriting a bunch of the stuff for DnBRadio. I'm focusing on the front end design for the mobile player. He's helped out with some of the back end stuff. We're both full stack developers. I think he's more of a back end type person, but he has helped rewrite our IRC bot, which I'll show you here in a little bit, which has all these neat things built into it that shows you the now playing. You can rate a track, or rate a current playing show. You can see the upcoming schedule and all that. He's done some work on creating a new on rewriting the schedule, how that works, and making sure that it's time zone sensitive and all of that. But yeah, we'll go into some of that stuff later on, and I'd like to create more videos about that too. Some of the behind the scenes stuff that we're working on. Maybe show you guys some of the code and everything. And if you're beginning programmers or you're more experienced, maybe that would really interest you. I'd love to hear back from you about that, because that's some stuff that I'm going to start creating more content on. It's going to go on this DnBRadio YouTube channel, but we're going to create a separate playlist for that, and hopefully people will like it. But that's the direction we're going to go in, and just kind of show off the stuff that we're working on and get some feedback from you guys. Some other cool, interesting things about the schedule are that it's time zone. It automatically detects your time zone. So each, like for example, I'm in Denver. Let's say you're in London. It will automatically shift the time zone and show your local time for all of these. And so you can go through each one of these days and see what's coming up and what was in the past. You can click on each one of these and you can see the details. So you can see where they're from, the date that they play on. It will let you know if it's like say if it's a bi-weekly, for example, the DJ plays every other week instead of every week, it'll show you right here. And also if they are every other week and they don't happen to be performing this week, it's not going to show up in this list, but next week it will. So this is always going to show you the true up and coming stuff for this week. The other thing that you could check out is if you click this, it'll show you a calendar style view of the schedule. And this is really neat because, and big ups to Drastic for helping me out with this. It will show you the upcoming stuff, but also the stuff in the past will be grayed out. So anything forthcoming, any of the upcoming shows will be highlighted like this, and all the other stuff will be grayed out. And you can still tap on the grayed out ones and it'll show you the banner and all the show details and everything. And then this as well. So, yep. We'd like to also start building in more DJ friendly stuff. Like, for example, allowing them to provide social links, maybe even a way for you to contribute to them and things like that. If that interests you guys, let me know. If you have any ideas, actually, just let me know in the comments or hit me up directly. And if you're looking to get a show on DnBRadio, just go to the main website, DnBRadio.com, and then look for the pop-up banner that says DJs Wanted, and then just fill out the form there and complete the process, and we'll walk you through how to get signed up and everything. We'll actually have to listen to a demo and all that first. So some of the other things that are built in would be the merch that just kicks you over to our shop, and we have all kinds of merch and stuff. We launch new designs and stuff like that. One of the people we partner with all the merch is Recon, and they're a local crew that runs events here, and I'm involved with them. And if you buy any of the Recon stuff, that helps run and fund their events and everything. If you buy any DnBRadio stuff with our logo on it, or maybe the plush, that helps directly fund plush. So we greatly appreciate you guys getting involved. There's also mugs and dog tags and stickers available as well. Let's see. So the chat room. This is another thing that people were asking about, like different ways to join the chat room. I made it a bit easier for people on mobile because right now the chat room has always been, we've been running an IRC chat room since 2002, and that's really, it's great for desktop view and everything, but for mobile, there's not very many good IRC clients out there. So what we did is we launched a Discord channel, and then we synced up the two. So if you go on Discord and you, let's just go ahead and launch it right now. If you go into our Discord and you start chatting in there, it automatically gets synced over to our IRC channel. So if you type in there, all the people in the IRC chat will see what you say. If you go, and also vice versa, if anyone in the chat room on IRC says anything, it'll appear in here. It's always it's kept in sync. And Bigups to Drastic for helping put that together as well. I put something together, but it was very buggy and everything, but he did a really good job with it. I can go into some of the chat commands, I suppose. I think a lot of you already know how that works, but maybe I can just go ahead and do some of it real quick as well. I'll do that, but before I do that, I'll show you how IRC web chat works. So let's say you're not on Discord and you want to join the chat room. We don't even ask for an email address or anything like that. All you have to do is click launch web chat. It launches the link. You provide a nickname. So I'm just going to put Shu in there, and then click start, and it kicks you right into the chat room immediately. And this is very friendly on desktop. It's not going to work that well on mobile, but it will work. You just might have trouble staying connected because mobile, for some reason, mobile browsers like to disconnect you after a while. I think it's just kind of conserve battery or something. But anyway, here's some of the basic commands. So as soon as you join, you can do a now playing, and it'll tell you what the current playing track is. You can rate the current playing track. You can put a comment at the end of it. That's optional. And also, you can see the next tracks that are coming up. Just click next. You can see the next shows that are coming up as well. So when there's not live shows playing, we have an automatic playlist, just like I said before, or I think I said that anyway. I have a shortened version of it. So schedule, or you can just type it out. You can shorten it or type it out full and full. This will tell you all the upcoming shows and how many hours they are away from starting. Also, there's a bow meter, which is kind of fun. There's some other commands in there. I'm not going to go into all of them in this video, but if you are curious about that, you can actually go to the website and go to the chat page, and it'll show you what the commands are. And if you're on Discord, you can go into, as soon as you join our Discord, go into rules and info. And I think it automatically defaults you to joining this, but this has all the information you need, including the commands and everything that we have available. So we've got now playing help, rate, schedule, and there's some hidden ones as well if you go into the help option. So that covers that. Let's see. We also list out, like say you want, there's IRC clients that you can download directly and run on your computer. This is the one I use called Textual. It's for Mac. There's a few Windows ones, HexChat for Linux, and then we have the server info here. So you want to join QuakeNet and then join channel DnBRadio. All right, so some other things. If you click this info button up here, it'll give you a way to go directly to the website. Not the mobile version of the website, but the actual website. This takes you to the podcast, so you could find the RSS feed link and all that if you want to use your own feed reader. Then we have our social links. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's just DnBRadio on all of those. It's at DnBRadio on Instagram, at DnBRadio on Twitter, etc., etc. And same on SoundCloud as well. On our SoundCloud, we publish a lot of our live shows there, but not all of them. It's really kind of an opt-in for the DJs. It's up to the DJs to say that they want their shows posted, and we provide a link for them. We just provide a button. They click a button, it automatically gets uploaded to our SoundCloud. So any of those DJs that are posting to our SoundCloud, all of their shows, all the episodes will show up here. So go check that out if you're on SoundCloud. Otherwise, I recommend you just use our RSS feed, which is available on iTunes and anywhere else. You can also find the podcast link. So if you use your own feed reader. Also on the donate side of it, a lot of people were asking about anonymous donations, and the way that works. I would recommend you guys use Bitcoin or Ethereum, and that's the most anonymous way you can donate. You could use PayPal as well. However, you want to email me and let me know that you don't want your name to be published, because we publish all the donators' names on PayPal. On the website, just to show all of our supporters and kind of give them, some kind of perk, right? But if you don't want that, make sure you contact me or use the other options, which would be Bitcoin or Ethereum. You can just click here and get the addresses for each of those. You can also buy merch. That's another way to support us. The Patreon page also is something that I'd like to show you. If you want to read more information about DnBRadio and like our history and what we're trying to do and everything, let me just go here. We also have perks and all that, but you can go to our About and read all about us and what we're trying to do and what our goals are. And if you get involved in there, we have these perks available, which would include either getting dog tags and stickers mailed out to you, also access to a high bit rate 320k stream. That's a private stream that we don't publish publicly anywhere. If you're a DJ and you're a perk and you're a patron, we give you unlimited archive space and also we allow you onto the main RSS feed, which we push out to iTunes and all of that. Like, everyone appears on the RSS feed. However, you won't appear there. You won't go to the iTunes version of it, mainly because. Actually, let me make a correction. The public RSS feed URL. We only show patrons on there, mainly because it's a finite resource, and if we allowed everyone, all the DJs, to have their show appear on there, it will it'll overload people's feed. So, for example, let's say you're a subscriber on our RSS feed, you have a part reader that automatically downloads content to your phone. Each one of the episodes is about 200 to 300 megs. Some of them are 500 megs each, and there's 10 shows a day. So you can imagine if someone is subscribed that way, it'll just fill up their phone like crazy. So that's one of the reasons why we do the perks, and it also is a way to help. It's also a way to help fund the station and make sure that we cover our server bills in cases where we're not getting enough donations during the month, and also to help me focus more time on the project. So if there's additional funds available, I can either hire out some programmers and outsource some stuff, or I can personally spend some time on it. We can also push those funds towards marketing and things like that to kind of push our name out there more, because there's a lot of competition these days now, which is why our listener counts aren't as high as they used to be. We used to get, I would say, 600 to 800 to 900 listeners peak, all listening at the same time. Those days are long gone, but we have seen a little bit of growth over the past years, and we do get a lot of people downloading the archives as well. So appreciate everyone that's doing that and getting involved. All right, so I think that covers everything. I just wanted to go ahead and put the word out there that I want to start pushing more videos like this to show some behind the scenes stuff, to show off some of the stuff that, some of the technology that we're using, some of the stuff that we're building in-house as well, and share some of that code. So if anyone is interested in getting involved in helping contribute to the source code, or even if you're a beginning programmer and you will learn something, or if you want to learn about broadcasting as well, we use all kinds of different open source software, and like we use Liquid Soap and Shoutcast and Icecast. I'll probably make some videos about how to set up an Icecast server, although there's probably tons of them out there already, but I think we can provide, I think people might be interested in seeing exactly how we have things set up as well. So, and how we set up our RSS feed and how we automatically archive things, how we automatically archive a live show. Also, maybe our DJ queue form, how people are able to queue up and go live on our system. I think there's a unique way that we do that. There's all kinds of stuff that I can go over, and I think it might bring some value to the community. But yeah, if that stuff interests you, please let me know below. We're going to make that kind of content regardless, because that's the stuff that I'm working on every day, and me and Drastic are also collaborating on a few projects. One of them would be a multi-streaming option so that we can stream video to various platforms. If you're subscribed on YouTube, you may have noticed that we used to broadcast this stream here, this audio only stream, over to our YouTube. However, we had to stop doing that because we're getting copyright problems. We weren't getting strikes, but we were getting muted by YouTube Content ID. And so now the only 24/7 streams we have on YouTube right now are based on stuff that we have licensed, and that would include Plush and Section 8 material. And there's some more material that we can add in there, because I run a distribution company as well, and we have some labels that put out drum and bass on that platform, so we can get licensing for that content. So so keep a lookout. We'll be posting more content from those labels. We already do that with Monochrome Recordings and Triple Seed, that's Silent Witness's label. So big ups to those guys for allowing us to do that. But we'll be working on more licensing opportunities and things like that. But as far as live streams go, the only place that we can safely live stream is going to be Facebook Live. So go follow us there if you're on Facebook. Big ups to all you people that have been getting involved there. We've been hitting a lot of peaks lately, especially with the quarantine stuff happening. We were one of the first people actually to start doing the Facebook Live streams, and back then we were getting 150 listeners to 200, but now it's really saturated. A lot of people are doing streaming, and so it's not as good as it used to be, but we did hit 100 peak a couple of days ago, and we've been seeing 40 to 50 on average lately. I think the last live stream that I did hit around 50 to 60 people tuned in. Anyway, go there. You can find some archives, some of the live streams that we've done. Big up the Melting Pot Recordings and Loop Stealthwalker for doing a bunch of live stuff that got shared around a lot over the past few weeks. A lot of live events have been getting canceled, so a lot of those people have been doing live shows on our Facebook page. And hopefully we can get them kicked over to some other places. I'm probably going to upload some of those videos into YouTube, and hopefully there won't be too many copyright problems with that. I think I'm rambling a bit, so I'm going to end the video. But once again, I can't stress enough how much we appreciate you guys for getting involved and supporting the station all these years. Whether you're a long-time listener that started listening back in 2002, 2003, or if you just started listening to us and just found out about us, or even if you just learned about drum and bass, we welcome you to the family. And even if you're a silent listener, we have a lot of those. And also big up to all the DJs that put in all the work and doing all the hard work, doing their live streams every week. Greatly appreciate you guys. And we're going to try to build more and more stuff to help you promote yourselves and help you just have an outlet for the music, because that's the most important thing, is to push all the music, push the music in a way that it deserves, really. Give it the promotion that it deserves. All right, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you tune in DnBRadio.com on any device 24/7, and also spread around the YouTube videos that we've been posting up. It really helps out with the algorithm and all that. All right, big ups. See you guys.